You want to do this Groton man story real fast? That's what we're getting into.
Oh, everyone can understand this. Anyone who's been married. And this guy was married for 29 years. 29 years. The guy was 51 years old. Married 29 years. Do a little math, Opie.
29 years?
How old was he when he got married?
How old is he now?
51. Married 29 years.
He got young. He got married too young.
So now you're a 22-year-old guy.
You should
right?
not be getting married at 22 years old.
23.
What? 23?
23.
I'm sorry.
Look at us with our math skills.
Wait, how old is he?
Well, it's subtraction. That is a tough one.
Wait, how old is he?
51.
And he got married at 22. That's 29 years. Why are you saying 23 years?
Yeah, why are you saying 20?
I swear to God.
He jumps in with a correction, and it's wrong.
Sorry.
My English stinks, and your math stinks.
No. I forgot to put it on the other side.
All right.
Wow.
I practiced the puts all weekend long.
All right, sorry.
All right.
So, you're 21 years old. How old? 22 years old. And now from 22 to 51, you have this woman that is just telling you what to do all the time, ragging you. And he finally lost his mind. A Groton man, Connecticut, charged with murder in the death of his wife, told police that he ran her over in their driveway because she berated and nagged him. Berated and nagged him.
But that happens.
Let him off.
But that happens to a lot of couples.
It does. It certainly does. And this guy couldn't take it anymore. His description is classic of what happened. Blakesley, 51, said that on September 10th, his wife, Christine, nagged him about a motor vehicle ticket he'd received several weeks earlier.
Oh, okay. I'm starting to feel this story.
He said his wife of 29 years would not drop the matter. Oh, have you been in this, people?
How many times have I told you to slow down? They're going to get a ticket, but you won't slow down.
Yeah.
What happens? When does it turn into this, by the way?
I don't know.
You always I don't know, you start dating someone, it's all about sex, and you can't do no wrong, she can't do no wrong. But slowly but surely, all, relationships creep into this type of a situation.
Opie, this is after 29 years.
That's what I mean, but it slowly creeps. You don't really notice it happening, you know?
I was in a relationship for a while.
Oh,
I'm not gonna mention any names.
I'm gonna go get coffee.
Who, what, where, no names or anything. But I gotta tell you, being ragged on and bitched at is not a fun thing.
Like not doing your vacuuming before I pick you up?
Right. All
Oh,
that
my
kind
God.
of fun stuff.
Oh, wow.
No.
Can I tell one story?
What?
Ed and I used to commute because we lived in the same town when we first moved back to New York. And
Beautiful Huntington, New York.
I picked up Anthony, and we take turns commuting in and taking turns driving and stuff.
I'll drive today.
And I would pick up Anthony around, I don't know, let's say about 10. It was pretty accurate, right? After rush hour, we decided to come in for our afternoon show, get some things done, maybe meetings or whatever. And I'm thinking Anthony is not a morning person, so if I'm picking him up at 10, he had to have gotten up maybe 9:15.
Yep.
Seriously.
Absolutely.
And I would pick up Anthony, and this was more than once. Like, Anthony would be at the front door, and his ex would be yelling and screaming at him. Yeah. Yelling and screaming at him. And I would get pissed off, and he would get in the car, and I'm like, what could you have possibly done wrong? I know you've only been up for 45 minutes, maybe an hour.
You know how much stuff you could do wrong in 45 minutes? Are you kidding? Do you know the earth-shattering messes you can concoct in 45 minutes?
I remember one time it was because you didn't vacuum.
I used to smile when I walked out to get into that car to come to work. Oh, would I smile. I was done for the day. And then
Opie and his funmobile showing up at your house like, whew.
Yeah, whoo, here we go. And then after the show, I would hang out and play video games until all hours of the night. Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
Hello?
I know.
Yeah, meeting.
I got to take a leak.
Yeah, another meeting. Oh, this one's going on and on. I don't know, we gotta meet with people again. We got in trouble, but I'll be home. I'll be home in, November. Is that okay? Why did I pick the month it is? What an idiot. What a fucking idiot.
And none of us noticed.
For this bit, the day is September 19th.
Yeah.
But I remember one time you came into the car. I'm like, "What'd you do wrong?" Well, I was supposed to vacuum before I left for
I
work.
think I was supposed to take out the garbage.
Or
I
something.
think that was it. I think that was my job.
All right.
Something like that. But I won't mention any names of this relationship, but it was just a constant ragging. And there were times where we would go out, and this girl would get a little intoxicated, Opie. A little drunk.
Sorry, I had something in my mouth.
Yeah. And I would say, before we even went out, I would say, look.
I'm going to check my messages. I
would say,
think someone
look,
might have called
look.
while we were in break.
Please, I'm begging you, even after you're drunk, try to keep this in your head. Whatever you're going to start arguing about isn't
no
important and does not need to be pursued. Does not even need. So we're going out to have fun. It's going to be fun. Let's go out. We'll tip a few back, but keep it light and airy and fun.
Sure.
There's nothing to argue about. And there's nothing to argue about right now, right? Yeah. Okay. So nothing important is going to happen while we're out drinking. So let's remember that and keep it. Let's fast forward 4 hours. I'll say 4 hours.
You motherfucker. No, because you don't clean. I do every fucking thing.
All right,
I'm like,
remember
remember the conversation? Do you remember?
You fuck yourself.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm going to be sitting over here for
I'm
a
in
while.
living hell. This is unbelievable. And, occasionally you do get it in your mind. If she was in front of my car, would I put it in drive, as this gentleman in this article did, and maybe hit the gas?
We're getting back to that story?
Oh, that's where we were the whole time.
Oh, okay.
Well, can I ask a question? If you're dating someone and you feel that they're drinking too much, wouldn't you say, like, maybe you shouldn't drink before we go out?
No.
Can I say
If
something
she's
else?
not drinking,
Can I add?
then I'm not drinking.
Can I
I
s-
had a drink.
Can I say something else?
Yeah.
She would call while we were on the air because it was happy hour time. Because we did 3 to 7. And I remember phone calls where you would beg her not to get too drunk before you got there.
No shots. No shots till I get there.
And it's this big radio star, and he's begging this certain individual not to get too hammered before he got there.
I had to. Christine Blakesley, 54, was bitching about the parking ticket he'd received several weeks earlier. He said his wife of 29 years would not drop the matter, so he decided to get in his truck and leave. It's a pretty rational thing for a guy to do, leave the situation. Christine Blakesley, the wife, followed him, climbed up on the running board. He drove the truck in reverse, causing his wife to fall. Now, under normal circumstances, that would be a waker-upper right there. You'd go, holy jeez, she just fell off the running board. Things got out of hand. Let me see if she's okay. She was ragging me and stuff. Things got out of hand. Now, this should pretty much take care of the problem. He's quoted as saying, I stopped the truck and looked out in front of me. Picture this scene. Blakesley said in his statement, my wife was there in the headlights. She was kneeling with her hands in front of her. Small pause. I stepped on the gas. Oh. How great is that?